Hi everyone, happy Monday to you all. It's a fun day here at Maker's Gonna Learn.
Woohoo.
We're making a fun project and I think you all are really excited about it.
We have
based on how many people we already have here.
Becca,
Yes.
lots of friends joining in to see all about this. They are dying for everything. And we are actually going to be announcing our amazing giveaway winner today, as well from last Monday. So welcome everyone.
Yeah, so last Monday we said that we were going to give away a year member or a year gift card.
Yeah, it's a little gift
for Illustrator because we have relaunched our amazing Design Make Sell program and want to encourage you all to use the Illustrator program. And so we're announcing that today. That's gonna be super
so we'll
fun.
have that here momentarily. I'm pulling up that winner. I'm super excited.
I want to know who here has used sublimation on wood before. That is what we're doing today. We're actually doing a couple of different things. We're going to manipulate some cut files, so this is really exciting. But we're also going to be doing sublimation on wood. And when this idea was first presented to me, I was like, no way, it's not going to work. Can't work. Or if it works, it will be so muted that it's not like cute.
Right.
I'm obsessed.
When Becca brought she had it. I walk into the office and she's like, oh, it was just like a casual, like just sublimating on wood. I'm like, what?
Yes.
How does it, I guess we don't wash the wood. Right?
Yeah, well, and I don't know. I haven't even tested, like, if it were to get wet, what would happen?
Yeah, what would happen?
Transfer?
It's a chemical reaction.
Well, it's a transfer of ink.
Yeah.
So, I don't know. I think even, like, we could seal it maybe, and then that would prevent any fading if it were outside, not fading running. If it were outside, I don't know. But I'm super excited. Raises hands, but not great. Okay, Beth, my goodness, you're so crafty. You can do anything though. Hi from the UK. Hello. My Cricut eats wood. Yes, sometimes that is an issue. We are going to be cutting a little bit of wood today. I'm a little bit, preface. If you guys watched the live with Tanner, when did we do that?
It was 2 Fridays ago?
The Halloween one?
Oh, that was just last Friday.
That was Friday. Seems like a long time ago. Anyway, we started cutting something out before we did anything in Design Space, and that's what we're doing today too, because we want to use our knife blade more. That's one thing that you all have requested, more projects with knife blade. The downfall for doing them on a live is that they take a long time. So we're kind of doing things backward, but it's fine. We'll still get to every bit of it.
Yes. We have so many friends here. Sorry to cut you off.
No, cut me off.
Jacqueline, Raymond, so many friends. Kat, LSW, Brenda, Stacy. We have a lot of friends here. Just so excited to learn about this project. So go ahead and share with us what you've got.
Well, first I want to talk about our sale that we have going on.
Yes, we had a comment asking, like, can we talk about what this Flash 30 even looks like?
Yes. So the Flash 30 is basically the best deal you can get.
Yeah, it's very close to our best deal of the year.
Yes.
It's super fantastic to be able to start crafting today.
Today you get access to our entire library of cut files and fonts and all the courses that we have to offer. But the really cool thing about our membership is that you get unlimited downloads of all of our cut files and fonts. And you have lifetime access to them as long as, like, for instance, if you download these cut files onto your computer, you'll have them forever.
Yes.
Which is something different from other memberships.
For sure. Yes.
Yes. So I want to invite you all to use the coupon code FLASH30. That's FLASH30 at checkout, so you can take advantage of this amazing savings. Yes. Download the cut files that we're using today and make this project today.
Yeah, you're going to have so much fun. If you've never made a sublimation project, like, what a great one to start with.
It's so fun to hear Tanner's voice coming from nowhere, is what Beth says. Yes.
It's so different for me. I'm like, whew,
it's interesting, yes.
It's a lot of fun, though.
Okay, so what I want to do first is prepare our wood. I want to talk to you a little bit about that. And the way that you do this is very similar to chipboard. So if you have used chipboard before, especially the thicker chipboards like the 2.0, then you already are sort of a step ahead everyone else. So this is Cricut basswood. You can cut this out with your maker. If you have the Explorer series, unfortunately you do have to use the knife blade to cut this out, so you cannot cut this particular thing out with the Explorer series. However, there are some workarounds. Cricut makes an amazing product called veneer. You could use that. Cut it out of wood and kind of still have the same look. However, it bows a little bit when you add heat to it, so be careful with that. I do want to just go ahead and preface that. But you can cut this. I don't love the price of it. I'm going to be 100% honest.
Yeah.
Let's talk about the price for a little bit. Actually, didn't have it on here, unfortunately.
Let's get real. It's not something that's practical for like a lot of projects. Correct. Like if you're going to be making and selling, this is probably not going to be a product that is like sustainable.
True.
To keep profits.
And also because it takes so long to cut, and if you only have one machine, it takes up a lot of productivity time. Would you not say that?
And one thing I like to talk about, like when we're talking knife blade versus regular blade here, my friends, is that you'll notice that the accuracy is not near perfect like that fine point blade with vinyl. Like you just have to have different expectations when working with this. And that's like my favorite thing to say. Like, of course, like price is definitely an issue.
Right.
On top of, hey, it's not actually able to cut perfectly as it's thicker material, and wood is a lot harder to work with than paper.
Right. Absolutely. Absolutely. Okay, so this actually, if you're looking at it and notice that it's a Paper Studio mat, this is actually a light grit mat, but it is so sticky. I don't know what has happened with it. I would say, honestly, it's almost like a strong grip. So that's why I'm using it. You're going to want to use a strong grip mat with your wood, and then you can actually braid down too.
Yeah.
Becca,
I also want to give you a little heads up here. I'm doing a little things different today behind the camera.
Oh yeah, let's hear it.
You are actually in the corner and here, I'll turn it around so you can see.
Are you kidding me? How did you do that?
You know, there's buttons for that. So you can actually look at them and talk and craft. Like,
I love
is that not cool?
Why have we not figured this out? See, this is great that you're behind the camera.
We're just having fun.
This is amazing.
I've been wanting to test it out, so I love it.
We've actually had requests for that.
I know.
So that's super exciting. Yay, now we just need one on you so they can see you.
I'll go in the other corner.
Yes, yeah. Just everyone. Anyway.
I just felt like I would do you a disservice by the end of the live showing you that, so. I just wanted to give you the heads up.
Thank you. Thank you. You just never know what's going to be on my face.
I thought about that after I did it.
Thank you. This is fantastic. Okay, so anyway, I'm grabbing some masking tape here, and then I'm also going to tape this down just to add some extra stick. We don't want this moving around. These cut times take forever. Before you all ask, if you run your Cricut on an iOS device like your iPad,
iPhone,
or your
iPad,
phone,
Android,
you cannot unfortunately use the knife blade. Even if you have a maker, you cannot use the knife blade to cut wood with those devices. And the reason is that it's a Bluetooth connectivity, which is not as reliable as just plugging her in with a USB. And then also, if your device were to like die because the battery died or something like that, then there's that issue as well. But anyway.
So definitely use laptop, desktop, anything like that.
Yes, yes. So we do have it taped down here, and then we are just going to go ahead and load it. I don't have any material settings set yet, so it won't let me. That's one thing I don't love.
I do not love that. I want to be able to prepare it.
Load her right in.
Yeah,
yes.
I want to be able to prepare it.
Okay, so really quickly, I'm not going to tell you any of this. I'm just going to hit the go button.
I have you on the computer screen.
Fantastic.
So you can just walk through like getting anything that you
so,
feel like you need to share right now.
Yes, I'll share how we are manipulating the cut file and all of that in just a second. I do want to just get this started because it will take a while. So I'm going to select that I am cutting on a mat. And then I'm going to go find, oh wow, look at all these mats here.
Right?
This right here. Do want to point out that my wheels are all the way over too, but we'll go over that in just a second. I'm going to press continue, and I am going to connect to my machine.
Yay!
And then select the material setting.
I wish you could just load it without having to do this.
It's annoying.
So Debbie says, will the tape goof up the cut? So Debbie, I want to clarify that while Becca's getting this ready.
Please do, yes.
It's actually, it can cut through that masking tape really well, and I've never had it damage anything. You just want to make sure to remove it when you're done. But as another like added tip and trick, you're on the computer or you're on the Cricut cam. We like to kind of move our image over a little so it's not all the way over to the edge due to the grip. Like
Correct.
Obviously if you're super close to the edge, it can mess it up.
So you may have seen I'm loading my knife blade here into clamp A, and then we can go ahead and load the mat. We'll press the flashing start button as soon as it allows us to, and then we'll kind of start our project.
Yeah. Yeah, so Becca added that blade. It's super easy to just pop it into that clamp B.
Yes.
And it's super simple to trade those out. Like anyone could do that.
Again, friends, if you are just popping in, this project is only compatible with the Maker because
series.
of the knife blade need. Okay.
Yes.
So I'm going to go ahead and let this cut, and then
Woohoo!
we can run back to Design Space, and I want to show you something. Did you all know that just because you have a project cutting right here, you're not limited? You can go still do more design work. I'm going to show you really
Show
quickly.
us the hack. This is a breakthrough. This was used to not be. For a newbie, this is a big deal because you can now have multiple projects going on at once. If you have multiple machines.
Yes.
It's kind of new.
So now what we're going to do is press File, New Window.
Woohoo!
And a brand new Cricut window will pop up, and we can do a little bit of design work here. Okay, so I have this project saved already, and we're using several cut files here.
Now there's a lot of cut files that Maker's gonna learn. So if you become a year member today, you're gonna get access to all of these cut files that are available here. So just take that into consideration that, you know, we had people saying, I didn't know you all did sublimation. You know, Maker's gonna learn is for all crafters. So you can totally, you know, take full advantage of that. And this sale is fantastic for you guys to get started. You pay for a whole year up front, but you actually get the most out of your membership and pay the least over the course of a year. And it looks like we're having some interesting information happening, yes. Becca. What's happening over here?
We have a flashing red button. We like to call that the flashing button of death around here. And the only way really to get it to stop doing that is to restart the Cricut.
And that's totally fine. So this is part of the fun of being live with you guys, is to let you all know what we do when things go wrong.
So unfortunately, if I were to load this back into the Cricut right now and not move my cut file around, there's a huge chance that it would not cut on the lines that have already been cut. So we're gonna have to move our cut file down so that we don't accidentally overcut.
That's a good point. So it's already cut a little, and then we got that flashing little like, hey, something's up. So just to let you all know what is kind of happening.
Yes. So this honestly could be a lot of different things. Before I just start recutting, I want to just take my blade out, make sure that I have it inserted very well. I want to kind of inspect my machine and make sure that there's nothing stuck like underneath. I'm gonna have to walk around.
Yeah.
And see.
They're on the Cricut cam. So just watch Becca.
Amazing.
She's just making sure that there's nothing like holding back the mat from moving properly. She already checked the blade to make sure there's nothing like holding back the blade from doing its ability and things like that. So
now I just want to move my cut file down a bit.
So she's just going to take a look at that cut file. So see what she's doing over here, guys. She's just kind of moving it down.
Right
it's really
down
helpful.
there. We'll press continue, and then we will try this again.
Yay! And to recap, the reason she moved it down was because it already cut like 1 or 2 passes. So that is, you know, a lot of fun. So just moved it down. So we're going to make sure we get an amazing cut.
Real life crafting with you all, friends. We are not bashful around here about not loving the knife blade for this particular thing. However, it's part of it. So
for sure.
Let's see here.
So it's measuring the mat. It's good to make sure that everything's good. Everyone's loving the sweatshirt. Guys, make your own Maker's Gonna Learn merch.
Yes. We have all, because you all requested them so much, the MGL logos, if you did not know, are available on the website.
Yes.
So grab those, make a mug, make a shirt, make a hat, make a tote bag, whatever you want.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Okay, so fingers crossed, dear Lord, please help us get through
yes,
this.
the prayers.
This is cutting again. And then we're going to go back to our other window here. If I can find her here.
Yes. And this is part of the fun. Like, you can have multiple things going on. So that's fun.
Yes. Okay. Let's try this again.
Yay.
Tanner, did you know how we have our projects sorted? So if you look under my projects, over to the left, you can have collections here. Did you know you can only have 5 collections?
That's a little upsetting.
I know.
I could think of so many categories. Christmas,
exactly.
fall,
cards.
Oh my word.
Yeah.
And one thing I want to let everyone know about today is that if you are thinking about becoming a member, and one of the hesitations could be like, well, I have to upload every cut file to Design Space. Like, we're up front, like you have to download it from our site and upload it. If you go to that upload library, Becca, once they upload it to their library one time, they have it forever.
And
like,
if you're intentional about how you title things, then you can
search.
Very easy to search for it. Yes. We are now having the flashing Cricut button again.
Okay. Do we have it cut out?
We already have it cut out, so I think we're going to move forward.
I think so.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
I love the trial.
I tried, yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
You're giving your all for Maker's Gonna Learn today, Becca.
So,
the Cricut may not be, but you
that's
are.
True. That's true.
The devil is playing with the church's money, Debbie.
I'm very glad that I had something prior to this, though. You just never know.
Yeah.
You never know. Okay, so we are using some fun cut files today. We have our mandala cut file. It's our pumpkin mandala cut file, and we actually released an entire collection of mandala type cut files.
We love it.
But I've been using this one like crazy as a template to make other pumpkins. So you can see here, this has like all the fun squigglies here, and this one does not, because I manipulated the cut file.
Neat.
This is something that we kind of touch on a little bit in our Design Make Sell course here at Maker's Gonna Learn. So if you love manipulating cut files, you
feel like you're limited in Design Space, like you definitely want to consider learning Illustrator with Ms. Becca.
Yes.
Because she will walk with you every step of the way.
Well, and for a couple of reasons. You're pretty limited sometimes, especially when you get in the sublimation world with Design Space, because Design Space limits your sizes, especially with print and cut, and that's the only way that you could do sublimation in Design Space is with print and cut. So that's why I prefer to use Illustrator, or if you wanted to, you could use Inkscape or Canva or something like that to create your file.
Yeah, we had a question earlier. We're on the topic of sublimation, Becca. I'm going to go just to you real quick.
Okay.
What is your favorite, aside from Design Space, for sublimation? What software do you find yourself in to manipulate everything?
That's a great question. Illustrator, hands down. I love Illustrator for manipulating cut files.
That's awesome.
Yeah, absolutely. It's really easy to change colors, to save, as different file types, and to manipulate. So I'm going to show you how you can manipulate it in Design Space, though. Okay, so we have our awesome mandala cut file here, and I'm only going to be using this top layer, so I'm just going to delete the other ones here. Select them and press delete on the keyboard. Done. Then what I want to do is grab a basic shape right here in Design Space. We can size it up here. And then I want to right click on this top layer of the mandala and press send to front, just like this.
Love it.
Then what I'm going to do is layer on top, select both of these layers by dragging and dropping. And then I'm going to go down to the bottom right hand corner where it says slice, and I'm going to slice. Slice is a fancy word for cut. We also like to say that it's sort of like a cookie cutter.
Yeah, it's like a cookie cutter. You're just pressing it through. And there's many different ways to get to this. So you may be saying, Tanner and Becca, what the heck? Like, I always go through, see how she's pulled up contour? You could have just contoured and reversed it.
I could have, yes.
This is another great way to do it. So either way you're doing this is fantastic. Like, whichever way, there is not a wrong way to get to the same step that we're going to get at.
Exactly. And look at this. This is
I keep doing the same thing.
I hate trying to figure out which one is which here.
Me too.
Oh my goodness.
So notice contour, like you press different layers and that allows it to appear or disappear. So you want to be, just thinking of how you could use this with your different layers.
Okay, Tanner, which would you put? Why is this doing this? Okay, you know what? Let's go back. I'm so sorry. For some reason, it really...
I followed along with every step that you just did, and I would not have done anything different.
Right? I mean, didn't I choose all of them?
Yeah.
Okay, so
But it actually should have cut out
right?
the
Instead
pumpkin.
of... I know. I think Design Space is a little glitchy here today, but it's okay. I'm going to show you how to troubleshoot.
Yeah,
we're where I left
through
that gray border around, I'm just going to make it bigger and
Love
slice
that.
this way. Yes.
Smart.
Yeah. Now we'll delete these layers that we don't need right here. Just like that.
Ta-da!
Fantastic. Okay, now you can decide if you want to keep these little curly cues or if you want to slice them off. I wanted it more simple, so I'm going to slice them off. So what I want to do is zoom in so that I can see what I'm doing really well. Grab another basic shape, and let's change the color of it so that we can see the difference between the two.
Love that.
And then I want to just size this down just a little bit and kind of angle it a tiny bit, because what I want to do is line this up right here with the stem, just like this. And forgive me, I do have some lights in my eyes, so I'm hoping
Take your time.
that I'm getting it really good here.
If you guys have if you ever come to the studio, you will know we probably have at least 7 lights on Becca right now. So it is very bright on the. That's one of the things that I always talk about with why we don't have a light pad or anything. Like
Yes.
we're lit. Like we are good.
Yeah, we do not. Yes, absolutely. So I'm going to line that up right there because I want to slice that off, and then I want to duplicate this one and kind of bring it over here to this side, so that we can also cover up a portion of this, like this. And then, because you can only slice with 2 layers at a time, I want to just weld these 2 pieces together really quick.
Whoa.
So now I have 2 layers that I'm welding into one. And then I can select both of them, both of the layers, just like this. And now I can slice.
Woohoo.
And I'll delete these pieces that I don't need over here. I'm just clicking and pressing delete on my keyboard. And then again, I can press contour.
Love that.
And come in, clean up these pieces right here.
And I really want to point out something,
like
Becca, that you did that I think like what could set you different from like a pro crafter. I'm gonna go to you again. Okay. From a pro crafter to you know, from a beginner. What I want everyone to see here is Becca focused on the layers panel. The layers panel is what she used as the guide.
Yeah.
And I really just love that. So,
I think it's easier to see.
it is. It's a lot more
trying to guess.
And another part of it is that's what you use in Illustrator. So you really get to focus in on that. So a skill that you can learn in Cricut, you can apply over to Illustrator too.
That's actually, I really love that you brought that up, because a lot of our friends who are thinking about cut file design, the thought of learning a new software is a little bit daunting to them. And while I'll say there are lots of other options in Illustrator, a lot of the techniques are still there. They may be named something a little bit different, but they're still there. So like where we weld here, it may be called merge or unite in Illustrator. So things like that, slice and all of those. So if you have a basic understanding of how to use design software, then you can learn Illustrator, especially with our help from Design Excel.
For sure. Now, we had some friends talking about Design Excel. We did update the program. So it is a brand new, focused and hyper-focused, actually between Procreate and Illustrator are the 2 programs we teach in there.
Yes.
It's fantastic. And you can join today for as low as $115.50, and you'll have Becca's designing and my selling modules all together.
Yes.
So that's fantastic. And membership is available for Flash 30. Those are 2 very different things that just so happen to overlap with our promotions.
Yes, and if you have specific questions about either one, feel free to ask us. We would love to talk about that with you. Woohoo. If you are new here and don't even know what we're about, we want to do that for you. Okay, so back over in Design Space, we have our amazing pumpkin here that is already cut out. It's ready to go. You just would need to size it to whatever size you want. And then this Hello Fall is also a cut file. It is so cute. I think this is a Mary Catherine.
I think so.
Who taught our Procreate classes.
She's awesome. She will be live with us on Wednesday, my friends. So do not miss out.
This Wednesday, right?
This Wednesday at 1:30.
Yes. So exciting. Definitely be there for that. So we have that. And then what you would want to do with that file is just send it to the front here, because right now it is behind the pumpkin cut file. So we're going to move forward and then, send to front. And then you just want to place it on top of your pumpkin once your pumpkin is sized, and size it. I honestly think that looks pretty good there, but we could zoom in and just make sure. And then what we want to do is grab this fun plaid pattern. Now this
Love
pattern,
the plaid pattern.
yes, I did this specifically because we have a couple of plaid cut files that are set in color, so they're saved as a PNG and then you can upload them. But I thought, wouldn't it be fun to have a file that you can change the colors however you want? So if you wanted a spring looking plaid or if you wanted fall looking plaid, you're absolutely able to do that. And then if this one is like too busy, then get rid of some of the layers.
Yeah.
So you can
clean
just
it up.
get rid of those layers by just deleting some of them. I'm going to click on the layer panel right here and press delete, and you can see it's kind of
Simplified it a little.
yeah, absolutely. Let's see here. Let's do this one too. And I think that looks pretty good, just with those 3 layers. But what I want to do is just recolor them. So one thing that I love to teach people is if you are going through, looking at Instagram or Facebook or anything visual and see a picture where the colors are just very captivating to you, screenshot that picture. Screenshot it, save it on your computer, and then we teach a class in Design Excel
Love it.
where you create your own color palettes.
Yes.
So that you can use them later by like importing them here into Design Space like I've done here. And then I can color sync my cut files to match this color palette that I've created. To do that, it's very easy.
Yeah.
One, I can select the layers that I have here and then come up where this color option is. And then every SVG layer that's in Design Space is represented color-wise up here.
Yeah.
So that's amazing. So you can select that way. Or you can come to Color Sync right here.
That's one of my favorites.
I love this feature. And then drag and drop each layer until you like what you've got. So I'm going to put this one kind of like in a mustard color. This one can be our green color. And then we'll make this one a red or blue or whatever. I think that looks really good.
Love that.
Just leave it. Now what you need to do, you can delete this color palette because you don't need it anymore. And if you delete it, it doesn't affect the layers that you've
the
already
colors
changed.
are still there.
Yes.
I love
So that's
that.
super fun. Now what I want to do, all of these are still cut files. So I want to select all of the layers, go to the bottom right hand corner.
Oh, before you do that,
Yeah.
could you switch over to the layers panel just
yes.
for our friends that want to see kind of the importance of the layers panel. So let's
glad
watch
you
Miss
said that.
Becca as she goes through and flattens this. This is a great visual for all our friends that may be struggling with mastering why the layers panel is so important. Just follow, just keep your eyes peeled to the layers.
Or even the difference between just like a basic cut
True.
and
Yes.
a print and cut. So you can
Yes.
see right now these 3 layers say basic cut. So we'll cut them out individually. Once I select them, you can see all of them are selected right there. I get click happy over
They
here.
get a little dark gray.
Then you can come down to the bottom where it says flatten and watch. When I press flatten, it changes from 3 layers that say basic cut to 1 layer that says flatten, print and cut.
Amazing.
And you can see right here, my file is really large. It's 11.5 by 14.5, and thank goodness, Design Space reminds you over and over again what they will actually allow you
They
to
used to
cut
not
out.
do that, so praise the Lord.
Yes, and I could never remember if it was 6.25 by 9.75 or the opposite until, like, I mean,
Yeah.
I know it now. But it tells you. Anyway, so what you want to do is just size this so that it will cover your entire pumpkin. Now, if you're doing it all in Design Space, you do need to be careful to size it down so that you can cut with Design Space in those restrictions. So 6.75 by 9.25. So it's going to be a little bit smaller, kind of like this. And then we can delete this. We don't need it. Then what we want to do, since I do have all of this prepared, I am just going to go ahead and click make it and kind of show you what it would look like. The one that I'm making today is larger because I did it in Illustrator instead of this. So FYI, if you're looking at mine thinking, hers looks bigger than print and cut standard, that's because it is. Anyway, what I would do is go ahead and click make it. And then I'm going to select that I am going to be cutting on the mat. I'll press done. And then you're going to have 2 different cut settings, because this pumpkin and this right here are both cut out of wood. I could have changed the color of them so that they cut out on the same mat. The other thing that I can do at this point, if I don't want to cancel my cut, I can click this 3-dot button right here and then press move object. And then I can select it to be on the same mat as my pumpkin, since it would have been cut out of the same material.
Love it.
Then I just move it where I want, where it will take up, or where it should cut on the mat, and I eliminate a whole mat, which is nice. Now we have print and cut. So what I'm going to do, if you are using an image that is not symmetric from left to right or up to down, like if it were a picture of a dog or something, or words that need to be in a specific order, then I would need to mirror my image, because sublimation has to be mirrored. But since this right here doesn't matter left to right or up to down, I'm not going to mirror it. Now what I will do is press continue, and I want to send to my printer. Now, I don't need to add bleed on this, because I'm not going to be, it won't matter. There's extra all around my pumpkin. So I can just turn that off if I want to. But one thing that I do love to stress when we are doing print and cut projects is to click this use system dialog box, because when I do that, press print, underneath design space, the system dialog box pops up right here, and then I can increase my print quality from normal to best. And when you're doing sublimation, you want your print quality to be the best.
Yeah.
You don't want any lines through it. You want the colors to be really true. And then one other thing, depending on what type of printer you're using, if you're using one that feeds from the rear, then you can go ahead and select rear tray. However yours is set up, go ahead and select that and then press print. I have already printed mine out. We're also going to be doing a fun test today, because, yes, did you know this?
I may not know.
I have been told that if you print out sublimation sheets and don't use them within 24 hours, that it's not as vibrant. Have you heard this?
Yes, okay. I do see the value.
I printed this out 3 weeks ago, so we're going to do a test. We're going to do a test.
Well, we are going to find out for sure, Becca.
It's going to be fun.
We're going to find out for sure.
But before I jump over, are we still on this computer right here?
We are.
Okay, I want to show you our amazing membership. I think this is the page that I want.
Yes, it is.
So if you are, I want to know what does bleed mean? I'm sorry, I'm getting distracted.
Let's answer it.
What does bleed mean? Lisa, that's an amazing question. So if you are, where's my computer? Can you do this one right here?
Yeah.
See all these fun stickers on my computer. If I were printing one of these out and say this right here did not have this white border around it, this peanut butter file doesn't have the white border around it, I might want to click add bleed, because what happens is the computer or the printer automatically prints a little bit more of the color outside of your actual image, so that when your machine goes to cut, if it's not properly calibrated, you're not going to have white over here, but not white over here.
It's kind of like a little safety for your printer and Cricut, as they have to be a little duo.
Yes. So if you all don't know about calibrating your machine, check out our YouTube channel. We have lots of videos showing how to do that. Knife blade, rotary blade, fine point blade. Check out that. But when I'm creating stickers, I for one love to do an offset like this, because it gives you even more wiggle room than just
I love
bleed.
that.
Great
now,
question.
Karen already has brought up, like, she's never had problems with pre-printed sublimation sheets.
That's
so
fantastic
we
to
will
hear.
see.
Well, I wondered, because sometimes people who don't have these systems will purchase sublimation sheets from providers, shops, and then they'll get them in. So I was like, there has to be some wiggle room there.
Right. Aaliyah says weeks. Mine have laid around weeks.
This is great.
Yeah.
Then it's gonna be
perfect,
right? I love that. Okay. So back over to our amazing membership. If we have any newbies here, I did want to just chat for a second, welcome you all, and let you know that we are extending an amazing offer to you to grab our membership and join this amazing community at $30 off. That's our yearly membership. And our annual membership is the best valued membership. You can see right here the breakdown. Now, it is billed annually, but the breakdown would be $15.99 a month. Now, Tanner, I personally spend more than that in like 4 days on coffee.
So
we'll
Becca,
say 3 days, actually.
It's 42 cents a day
per day.
Being a year member, where you're getting new releases almost every week, 3 weeks out of the month, with new challenges, our Facebook community. I mean, if you scroll down just a little, you'll see all the added benefits and you pay the least amount.
Yes.
So we love our year membership. I always like to share that over 70 to 75% of our full community is an annual membership, and there's an intentional reason why. You pay the least amount and you get the most. So today, on top of that Flash 30, which is your special promo, everyday price, you save, I believe it's $30. So you're right about a $70 roundabout savings when you go yearly versus monthly. So we love that.
That's amazing. Yes, I love that breakdown, and I love kind of the visual. I love having a visual right here just to see, oh, that is very affordable.
Yes.
And one thing that I love about our membership is the inspiration that it offers to crafters and the motivation as well. So we have a lot of friends who will purchase their Cricut and not open it for a long time because they're a little bit scared.
Yeah.
What Maker's going to learn is designed to do is walk hand in hand with you so that you don't have to feel frustrated and overwhelmed and confused and reluctant to open your machine and get crafted.
Yeah, it's one of the only memberships, and we intentionally did this from the beginning, was that we can work as the crafter, we can work with the designers to make great cut files.
Yes.
So it's all in one, which we really like.
Yes.
The cut files and everything.
So what you're going to want to do is just click that button, that join now button, and when this link pops up,
just click remove.
That is not what I want, or maybe I do want that.
Maybe you do.
Maybe I do.
You can get, if Design Make Sell Pros out of your budget, you can get just design or just sell.
Yes.
So that is an opportunity today as well.
But for the annual membership, I will remove this so that we can see how easy it is to add the coupon code FLASH30, just like this. Once you do that, it automatically removes that $30 from the price. You will insert your information, and we will get you hooked up with a membership.
Melissa says, love my yearly membership, love my annual membership, so worth the money. Just joined on 9/11, the year membership, and I have no regrets. Welcome, 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 all our new members.
So grateful to have you all
If you have a membership, go ahead and drop us an emoji. Let other friends as well as us know that you have your membership. So that's so much fun.
Yes. Okay, so let's get to crafting. We have a little bit of stuff to do here.
Oh, everybody's here to see the magic.
Yes.
Like, let's get real.
Yes.
This is the magic. We're ready to see it.
So what I'm going to do first is paint these lovely letters. These have been cut out, and I want to just paint them a fun fall color. This is not the same color as this one. We're going to change things up a little bit, but this is our end product here.
Look at that.
Cute. So stinking cute. And then what I want to do, this is one of Tanner's hacks that he has shared with me, and I love doing it, is to put a little bit of paint in the lid right here.
It's so good.
That, there may actually be enough in there already. Let me shake it down. We gotta get some more fall colors in here. We've used them all. Yeah.
Oh yeah, we do.
Anyway, shake a little bit of paint into the lid. That way you don't have to have a bowl or plate or anything like that.
Yeah, look at that.
And then we're just going to paint here. This is, for those of you asking, just Deco Art burnt sienna. So it's going to kind of be like a red brown, which I think will be really pretty with these colors that we've chosen. But you make whatever color palette, color selection that you want. I want to encourage you to think outside the box, because you all know that I love color here.
Becca, I've already asked her, is she walking with color into 2022?
And my answer is absolutely yes. So my New Year's resolution for 2021, when I bought the house that I'm in now, I sort of fell into the whole really neutral farmhouse,
which we fully support here.
100%, 100%. I do love it, but quickly realized that just wasn't me.
Yeah.
It's not me. And you should be happy in your home. You should feel comfortable. You should be inspired when you're in your home, especially if you work in your home like I do sometimes.
Right.
You definitely want to be inspired.
100%.
I was like, I'm going to add color to my life.
And Becca went hard, like from January 1, she has been dedicated, and like I have not seen you lose any of the motivation to add color. It's just more and more.
If nothing, I've become more obnoxious with it.
Hey, you're getting even more comfortable. I love it.
Yes. Anyway, so my thought process is for my home, don't love fall colors. They're not bright enough for me. And I have recently found some really fun fall decor that has more color in it.
Yay!
In fact, spoiler alert, our October craft challenge is going to include a little bit of color in fall.
Oh snap!
Just my version. You all don't have to do that version, but
Love it.
If you don't know, we do an amazing craft challenge every single month here at Maker's Gonna Learn.
Yay.
It inspires people and gets people excited to craft and share with others so that they can be inspired too. Okay, easy, done, painted.
Amazing.
We're finished with
By the
that.
time we're done, that will be dry.
I think so.
Which
If
is
not,
fantastic.
I'll hit it with
Yeah, it'll be great.
Remind me.
Another paintbrush. Now, here's what everyone's here for.
Yes.
We're all here for this. We are
So
working
exciting.
we're working with a piece of sublimation, print that
Yes.
hasn't been sitting around for a few weeks now.
Yes.
I'm very excited to see how it goes. We have seen lots of people excited to see as well.
So and I saw a question about this earlier. What printer do we use for sublimation? We have a couple of different printers. One is the Epson Workforce 7710.
7710. Love it.
And it is a workhorse of a sublimation printer. And what I personally love about this printer over others is the size.
Yes.
So we can print all the way up to 13 by 19.
That's big.
Yes.
Very big.
And the color from the get-go, I didn't have to do like any changing of colors or like calibrating, so to speak. The color from the get-go is just really amazing.
Fantastic.
And I'm gonna be 1000% honest. We got a sawgrass.
Yeah.
Super, super, super easy to set up. The colors need to be changed a little bit.
Yeah.
From the very
Yeah.
beginning. So
It's different.
Yeah, it is. And it was quite a bit more expensive than this one.
Yeah, it definitely was. So that's one of the things you want to think about when you're getting into sublimation is, for us, we have been using sublimation. I mean, 3 offices ago, we had been using sublimation. So it wasn't that sublimation for our team was new. But what happened was the trends were like, oh, like we've got to hop on here.
It got really hot.
It got really hot really fast. Like that's a huge thing. Also, let's talk about another thing that people are dying over. One person commented, now everyone's commented, your nails apparently need a moment. Like everyone has commented about your nails. I'm just gonna scroll up so you can kind of see some of this. Like people are wanting to know about your nails.
Can we talk about my nails? I will be 100% honest with you all right now. I'm 4 weeks past
Wow.
Yes, because my poor little nail lady got sick and had to reschedule my appointment. So if you look really close, they look really rough.
Wow.
But I do still love the color. Thank you all. I'm going tomorrow, friends. No worries. Going tomorrow.
Wow.
Okay.
They loved it nonetheless.
Thank you all. You all are the sweetest, as always.
Now, before we jump in, Becca, let's talk ink real quick.
Okay.
Sublimation ink.
I know, and it has totally left my mind.
We will come back to it.
Yes. What is the name of it?
I mean, some use the Cosmo, the HIPAA.
We do have the Cosmo. We also have Starcraft.
Yeah, there's a lot of ones that we're trying to create some benchmarks for you guys
Yes.
to talk about the exact ink. But we haven't had any ink that I think is like that we hate.
No,
So that's one of
none.
the best parts about sublimation.
Absolutely.
I think so
There
far.
are a lot of different price ranges of ink.
Yes.
This is the same one that we always use for sure. What
Yeah.
does the word sublimation mean?
I was gonna Google it.
That's
just
a
so we
great
had
question. Give us a very exact.
I know. I
Yeah.
wanted to find. That's what I was already Googling over here. So sublimation is the transition of a substance directly from the solid to the gas state without passing through the liquid state. So it's a chemical process, Becca. Like it
Yeah.
is very, that's really neat. So what I love is like feeling sublimation projects. Like you have to feel it to understand
Honestly,
it.
yes. I tried to explain it to my mom, and she was like, "That's great, Becca." And then when I gave her something that was sublimated, she was like, "Oh, this actually is great."
Right. That's
actually
what
is,
happens.
yes.
Yeah. This is not like a garment transfer. This is not a vinyl. This is
No.
something you will never have worked with
Yes.
before. If you've never worked with it, you just have to experience
Lots
it.
of friends use Cosmos, so if you are new to sublimating, maybe try that one. I think
Yeah,
that's a great
we
idea.
love that.
Okay, so I printed this huge, I just cut the area that I wanted, and I'm laying it face down. I could grab some heat resistant tape if I want to, but I think I'm going to be really careful and not
Yeah.
move it around. It's going to
Oh
be
yeah.
fine.
This is gonna be great.
I have my EasyPress preheated to 400 degrees, and I'm just going to put it right on top.
Ooh.
press this, and we'll do it for right around 50 seconds.
I love this picture-in-picture right here. We get to see
Yes.
Becca. We get to see the Cricut EasyPress. We get to see all of it.
I would make this on the diagonal. Alma, you know what? I probably should have, because when I pick it up, it's going to be diagonal. So if I had done it intentionally,
Yeah.
it probably would have earned
It's
me
fine.
less.
It's
A
fine.
sub paper, Kimberly. That is what we use here as well.
Love it.
Can you buy Sublimation already printed out? There are.
I mean, that is Cricut infusible ink, and I think that was like a help of a great kickstart to
Yes.
Sublimation here in the Cricut
But
world.
some shops like on Etsy
Yes.
that have designs will already print out sheets for
Fun.
someone. However, if you're a Maker's Gonna Learn member and are buying Sublimation sheets from someone, I'm gonna just say,
It'll pay
shame
for
on you.
You can
You have
pay
all
for
the
your
resources
membership.
available, yes.
Yeah, we have lots of patterns, and you guys wouldn't believe all the cut files that are already meant to be print and cut, whether it's Sublimation or not, or cut files that can be flattened down. So if you're considering membership today and you want to be a well-rounded crafter, definitely grab a membership, or you
Yes.
may be here saying, hey, I'm already a great crafter, I want to take it up a notch. Does not make sense. Either way you want to go.
Pete asked a great question. Did we have to paint the pumpkin with any clear substance beforehand? The answer is no. There was no prep like spray or poly or anything like that to prep this wood. But I actually removed it a little bit. You probably already saw it. Oh, she's cute. She's cute, Tanner. Did you see it?
I saw it.
So
I saw
one
it.
cool thing that I like about Sublimation is that when you remove, you can always see
Yeah.
through the paper. I think that's pretty cool. But look at this.
Love it.
Look at that.
Now that green, I mean, all the colors come through so well on the wood.
They do.
Like,
They
that's
do.
what's crazy to me.
love
That's
it.
what's crazy to me. Now we have a friend saying, hey, can I use the mini press with Sublimation?
It's a great question.
Like, you have this big easy press out here. Could I do this?
The problem with using your mini is that it's so small. You would have to just pick it up and move it, pick it up and move it, pick it up and
Yeah.
move it. And a lot of times that will create shadowing.
Yes.
Or you'll accidentally move the image.
Yeah.
I do not recommend using a mini for Sublimation.
I understand.
I normally am pro mini for everything except Sublimation.
Yeah. Yeah.
Sorry.
Every other project you're gonna love that mini for, but Sublimation, I say bigger the better. A 15
Yes.
by 15 easy, heat press, go for it. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying?
Guys, I just want to point out, Penny, Tanner's amazing little puppy, has been
Hi,
in here the whole
Penny.
time, and she is the best dog ever.
She-
I mean, you all didn't even know she was here.
Yeah, she has not been welcome to the office lately until Courtney brought her today.
I was very happy to see.
So she's been.
Does the
lighting
wood
us up.
need sanding? This came to us. It's definitely. I wouldn't say it's sanded wood, but it's not rough wood
Yeah.
either.
So either way.
Yes.
Just make sure if it is rough, you sand it. And Jess comments, how in the world did y'all learn all this? Hashtag my heroes.
You all are the best. Absolute best. Okay, this is actually pretty dry, Tanner, so I'm going to move forward with it.
So Kat's wanting to know, Sublimation on the table, will it come off? What is underneath you? Just let everyone know.
Yeah, it is a.
It's a piece of cardboard.
Yes, it's
Yeah,
poster
poster
board.
board.
Poster board.
Love that.
Yes, because if you'll notice right here,
Show us
I'm a
what not to
bit
do.
yeah, don't do this.
Don't do that.
do this.
Don't do that.
So where my overlap was,
Yeah.
don't do that. I've
So
ruined a
say
whole
you
map.
have the original EasyPress, it goes up to 360 degrees. Becca, is that okay for Sublimation?
I don't think it's hot enough.
I don't think it's gonna be
I think
vibrant.
385 would be the least that I would do.
Yeah.
Unfortunately,
For
I'm
sure.
so sorry.
I know, I'm so sorry.
Okay, so if you all have not used wood glue before, I was
It's a
shocked
game changer.
by how quickly it dries too.
It sets really fast.
It does. And my dad is a woodworker. I've been around like this my whole life, and I just didn't, like, he always does the gluing.
Yeah.
I don't know, I have no idea. But I was really impressed. I thought this was going to take forever. This Gorilla wood glue, hands down, I love it. Absolutely love it. And it lasts a long time. You don't need a ton. I like this nozzle because it's kind of a long skinny. So it's easy to just apply and not have it open here.
Mine gets gunked up really quick. Like
Oh,
it.
got it.
Yeah, you got it. Yay.
Okay.
You should be able to like hear it like
Yeah.
passing through. Perfect.
There we go. So I'm just gonna put a really thin layer, and it doesn't necessarily have to be over
Perfect,
all of
yeah.
it. Another thing that I like to do if I'm working with teeny tiny area is to put a little glob like right here, and then grab a paintbrush and smooth it out into the other spots.
Yeah.
However, this is big enough, I don't need to do
I
that.
love that. Jacqueline saying, can I buy the blanks at Dollar Tree to do Sublimation? it is, you know, you can use any thin sanded wood and any polyester fabric.
Yeah, absolutely.
So lots of options.
Absolutely.
And can you use a heat press to do sublimation? Jacqueline, yes. You will be able to rock sublimation with a heat press. I say bigger, the better. Debbie likes to use butcher's paper. I bought a lot of it years ago when we had a summit. And I have taught sublimation, so it's been a go-to for us as well.
Yeah.
We love that.
I didn't mention this, and I should have. What I would do with these letters, since it isn't all one word, and you want to definitely make sure you get your spacing correct, go ahead and lay out all of the letters here, and then pick up individually and lay back down.
Great idea.
Right.
I would have totally, look at Becca pull out some of reverse tweezers.
Look at that. Look how effortless this
that.
is. It's because my fingernails are so long, I can't really grab. I'm afraid they're going to get in the way.
Well, even I would have issues with just trying to perfectly position. And Kim, is the wood treated with polyacrylic? No, it is not treated. This is raw wood, which is fantastic.
Yes.
And yeah, so if you're talking mugs, you have to have a special sublimation mug that is flat and that can fit in the mug press or whatever press you're using. So be careful there. Great question.
And I will say, not all sublimation mugs are created equally.
Correct.
We love to find off-brand products for you all. However, the ones that we have tried do not measure up to the Cricut ones we've tried.
True.
Yeah.
That's
so just
true.
being 100% honest with you all, it is worth.
Aaliyah experimented with magnetic sheets and it does in fact work. So Jennifer's wanting us to recap. So you didn't prep the wood with anything, laminate, poly coating, sublimated, raw wood. Yes,
Correct.
Jennifer.
Nothing at all.
Fantastic. Love.
Yeah, I wish I had a tiny, you're going to want to clean up. I got really careless with this wood glue right here, and you're going to want to clean that up. Grab like a little paintbrush or something like that. Yeah, a little tip. Clean that up so it's not gunky and weird.
Now Beth says my hand shakes, which is the worst. Any recommendations for someone who has that issue in terms of precision placement? I think if you've tried the reverse tweezers, that kind of helps. Go fast. I would say
because you can hold your wrist like this with it, and then just kind of place it right over. Because my hand's shaking right now.
Yeah.
But it would work. It would work.
Love it.
Maybe stabilize your hand for sure.
Yeah, that would be great. If the reverse tweezers, it seems silly, it will work fantastic.
Yes.
And then Teresa wants to know, when you finish, do you have to seal the wood after you're done?
So if I were going to put this outside, like in the elements, or even like under my porch where there might be moisture or something like that, I probably would do a light coat of poly over it, just so that it doesn't like get moisture and maybe run or something like that. However, if I'm using this in my home, I'm not sealing it.
Yeah, for
I would
sure.
leave it just like that.
It's amazing. And Jacqueline says, I'm loving this live. It's my first one and it has helped me understand sublimation so much more. You guys are great.
Welcome, Jacqueline. We're so excited that you are here with us today. If you are not a member's gonna learn.
Members gonna learn.
What?
Everybody's gonna learn.
Everyone. That's what we should name it.
Everyone's gonna learn.
If you are not a Maker's Gonna Learn member, I do want to invite you to go ahead and click the link that Tanner is providing for you. Use that code FLASH30 to grab $30 off the best membership in the craft industry. We really do have
such a great community. Yeah, it's
most amazing community.
It's the bomb. You guys are the best. Now let me go ahead, Becca. It's time to announce the giveaway winner. I know. Let me pull up the name. I am so excited today for this friend, and it is Glamper Jan. Glamper Jan. She comments, "Miss the live. Would love Illustrator. Thank you for the giveaway."
Jan, congratulations. We are so excited for you.
Yes.
Email our customer service department, hi@makersgonnalearn.com. Let us know what email, well, I guess when you're emailing us, we will have
Let us know it's nothing to ship.
Yeah, it's electronic. Let us know you won.
Yeah, we need to know your email.
But we do have to know your email address, so you do have to send it an email. Anyway, we want to get that sent out to you. We're excited. If you are not a Design Make Sell member, you're going to want to be, especially with,
for sure.
This awesome Illustrator award. I'm super excited for you.
I love it, my friends.
Amazing. Do we have anything else, Tanner?
Oh my goodness. Let's see. What is the name of the tool holder?
The tool holder. So you all know, this is one of my favorite things in the world. I have a million of these now. It is by Zacharias Engineering. We have some links on some of our posts, videos, If you can't find it, email us, we'll help you out. So Curious Engineering, they're a 3D printer company, and this one specifically is called the Tiffany Tool Caddy.
Love that.
We love it. So
yeah, that's fantastic. Everyone's so excited. Sublimation printer we used Cheryl last.
Yes, this one, it's a huge one in the floor, like massive. It's the Epson Workforce 7710. And we also have a couple other that we are testing out for you all.
We're
to
so
give
excited.
You all of the info. Can you sub on any untreated wood? So Jennifer, this wood was untreated. So absolutely, 100% it works beautifully. We've even done like purples and pinks on it. It's super vibrant, super beautiful. Sublimation works on it. Infusible ink works on it. We've done the testing. Do it. You'll love it. You won't regret it. Did you move in your new house yet, Tanner?
I have not. We will be moving in the middle of October. We're so excited. We have lots to paint. So they're going to be painting for a little bit, and then we'll be moving in. Courtney brought up a hot topic with me and Becca yesterday that I wasn't even ready for.
I was shook.
I almost walked
I wasn't
away.
sure if she was joking or serious, so I had to wait a moment. Yeah.
So just to let everyone know, Courtney wanted to bring up not painting the house white,
which is what she does.
Which is what we've done in both of our properties that we've had before, and I'm not opposed. It's just I feel like. Now that I think of that, there's more shades, and I've always known there's more shades, but now that we're starting to bring that in, how are we gonna pick the right white, Becca?
That's the thing. That's what I said. Grab and don't test them out in your current house. Test them out in every room of the other house, because you're gonna want to love that. That's a lot of painting.
Yeah.
I'm pro it. I love a little bit warmer.
Going ahead and painting the inside the same as we're painting outside, because you wouldn't want to paint the outside of a home exactly white, right?
I wouldn't. No.
And we already decided that.
Yeah.
But there's this white that we think is kind of perfect. So that's what's happening. That's what's happening in our life, y'all. I hope you all are having an amazing Monday. If you're just tuning into the live, go watch it. This was so much fun, and it is so much goodness you'll learn in today's stream. So, yeah.
Lorraine says, headed to Michael's to get some wood cutouts. I love that. Can't wait to see what you do. Make sure you post it. I know you will.
Yep.
You're amazing.
That's amazing.
Thank you all so much for joining in with us. This really was super fun. We did mention it will be live here on Wednesday with Miss Mary Catherine talking about Procreate, Design, Excel, and she's amazing, and you're going to love her. She's the cutest person ever.
She's adorable.
So adorable. And she's really good at Procreate.
Yeah, she's been with us since the first collection we ever launched of Makers Gonna Learn. So she's got to learn a lot. You're gonna love it.
Amazing.
Tanner, Courtney's the boss. Exactly. I mean, whatever she says, I just say okay. That's just how it goes.
Anyway, we'll see you all on Wednesday. Have a fantastic day. Crafting.